Hi, I'm Saskia. In this video, I will give you some practical steps to start with your dream business with Illustrator. 5 steps and you will be up and running in no time. So, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you won't miss any of these valuable videos. To keep on track, I have some notes, so I'm sure that I won't give you, you won't miss any information. First one, choose how you want to sell your design. And what I mean by that is if you look at it, you have 2 choices. You can sell your design as a digital file, as a digital download, or you can sell your design by putting it on products, like for example with print-on-demand websites. So the first choice would be, which one do you prefer? And why is it important? Because if you choose to sell your design as a download, it's quite different than when you choose to sell it on products. One of the big differences is if you sell your download, other people, depending on the license you're providing or the website you're selling through is providing, people are maybe able to put it on print-on-demand websites. So they can sell with your design their products. So if you want to do maybe both in the future, it's a good idea to think now if you want to sell those designs as a download, because you will create your own competitors if your own design can be sold on a print-on-demand site by somebody else. So because I do both, it's not my core business, so it's not a thing I'm working on daily, and it's not something I earn a lot of money with, because it's not the thing I'm dreaming of. But I do both. But it means that the files that I sell as a download, I won't use them myself to put on a product. So it's important that you know that licenses are important. Let's say one example, Creative Market. If you are on Creative Market or if you buy something on there, they have a strict license policy. And in those licenses, they tell you what you can do with the file you downloaded. And depending on what you want to do with it, you pay more or less. So, and some sites have a strict rule that you can't put them on print-on-demand sites, but some allow you to. So be sure before you check where to sell. I will get back to that in another point. Yeah, I will go back to that. So for now, it's the choice digital download or designs on products. You can do both, but I would suggest you choose first. Do one thing first correctly and then add something else. So make that choice first. Step 1, choose digital or put your own designs on products. Okay. You can put in the comments if you like, digital or download. So because I'm very curious, what would you choose? What would be your first choice? Would you start with digital and add put them on designs, or would you turn it around? I'm really curious. Put them in the comments below, digital or or products. Okay, so the second one, and I was a little bit ahead of myself in the previous already, because the second one is choose a platform or site to sell your design. And some of those platforms make it mandatory to apply and have it can take a few days if they let you in or not. So to start out, I would start with a website you don't have to apply for, because some of them also want you to provide a portfolio or something to check what you are selling, so they can choose if you get in or not. And if you're just starting out, it's really hard to have a portfolio online. So start with a website or a platform where you don't have to apply. You just can put on your designs or your digital downloads and start selling there first. And after a while, if it's working and it's flowing, then you can add or apply to a website if you really want to. One other thing is start with one platform. Don't fall in the trap of putting your designs everywhere. Yes, I agree, it's not good to put all your eggs in one basket, or that's correct, I agree. But when you're starting out and you're doing it all, it's overwhelming and it's really a lot of work. So you will be, well, maybe not, but most of the people I know and myself 2 years ago, I was working so much with all those things I had to make sure were ready, that designing and making the things I love to make, I didn't have any time left to do that. So make sure that you don't make putting your designs online your main work. So start with one platform, and if that's correct and you do it well and you have a flow and you have a plan that's working for you, then add something else and trying to figure that out. Let's check. Yeah, so get all the ins and outs for one platform before you go to the next. The second thing on this point is be sure to use SEO, search engine optimization, to speak to your buyers and to make sure that they can find your product. Because you can have a product that's really nice and it's really beautiful, but if nobody knows it's there and they can't find it, nobody will buy it from you. So it's better to be on one platform, figure out how to get in front of your potential buyers, of your audience, with SEO or whatever that platform uses. Mostly it's some kind of SEO. And if you have that right, then go to the other, because every platform has their own specific rules and things that work. So if you do it all, it's much more work to keep up. So start with one, make sure you know who you're targeting, make sure you use the right SEO to get in front of those people and that they can see your designs. So that's really important. So step 2 was choose the platform to sell your designs. Number 3, choose a platform to promote your shop. And I don't mean the platform like I said before where you will sell, but choose a social media platform. So like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. Pinterest is not social media, but it's also a way to promote your product. So a website could be a way to promote. So choose first just one platform where you will promote your product. And before you choose the platform, there are 2 things that are really important. One, is your audience there? Because if you choose Twitter or LinkedIn and you're not in business to business, for LinkedIn, then you're not business to business but business to consumer, it probably won't work really well. Maybe, but probably not. If you are creative, like where I'm talking about, it's most likely that Instagram or Pinterest would be your platform, maybe Facebook. So choose one. And the second thing that's really important is choose the platform where your audience is, but where you are familiar with, or you want to get familiar with, because those platforms are sometimes really, not really difficult, but it takes some time to get to a point that you know what you exactly have to post, and which size, what to do. Do you need to need hashtags? Don't use hashtags. Do you need to have a long description, a short description? Can you tag a product in your feed? Or so before you figure that all out, it can take some time, and that's okay, that's fine. But if you have to do that for 3 or 4 platforms at the same time, that makes it overwhelming. So please start on one platform first and preferably one that feels right and a little bit less difficult for you, but where your audience is, because if they're not there, it won't work. And make sure that you get it right before you start something else, adding another platform. So again, yes, it's correct not to do it on one platform because you have more visibility on more platform. That's true. But when you're just starting out, I would really, really suggest starting with one first and do that good and know exactly what to do there before you start figuring out another one. Okay, so that was number 3. Okay, and then number 4, that's also a really important one. Make your shop or a website, whatever you choose to sell on, the platform you sell on, that can be your own website. It can be a print-on-demand site or like Etsy. If you choose to do digital downloads, it could be something like Etsy or Creative Market. On all those platforms and your own website, you probably have something of a shop. And it's really important before you promote and before you invite people to look at your shop that it's inviting. Look at it, if you're going in the town and you want to go shopping, then the window of the shop is the first thing people see. And if that window isn't attractive and you don't see anything that you think, hey, you don't go in and you won't go in to buy or ask questions or whatever. So your first impression of your shop is really important, especially in the beginning for first-time customers. So most of them have some kind of banner. Make sure your banner is not only clear, but also attractive. So it doesn't have to be a design ninja banner, but just make it, it fits you. It has to breathe you, and make sure that it's completely clear what you are selling. So what's your design, what's your style, what's your favorite designs to make. That's clear. Please don't put in a logo, put in your picture. People are working with you as a person, and people want to see who is owning the store. If you go in town and you go in some bigger stores, you have the salesperson, but in smaller, you probably have the owner at the desk. And it's always nice to see who's owning the shop, and if they're enthusiastic, it's nice to have a face. So please remember that having your photograph, a good photograph of you, it doesn't have to be a professional one, just one where you look a little bit nice or bright or you're smiling. So inviting, make sure you have an inviting picture in your shop as a profile and a good banner. And one of the last things that's really important, have at least 10 products in your shop. If you only have 1 or 2 and people see a product and they really like it and they come to the shop and see that's the only thing that's for sale, maybe they will buy it, but they won't come back soon. So it's really important that you have already multiple choices. Also, if they see something they like, the chance that they choose something else and buy that they also will buy that is really much higher. So turning a customer in a multiple buying customer and a customer that will be coming back, it's really important that in the first startup period, you also have at least 10, but preferably 20 products in your shop, and that you're adding regularly and at least once a week. I think 2 or 3 times a week, 1 or 2 would be better. 1 or 2 every 2-3 days than 10 at one time. So also for the algorithm of that shop, and that can be your website where Google is the algorithm, to be searchable and that you will be found. Make sure that you have products and that you add in a regular schedule in the beginning. Okay, let's check if I told you everything I wanted to tell you. Yes. Okay. If we're doing good so far, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please put them below, of course, in the comments. So step 5, the last one, is of course promote your shop. Promoting your shop. Where can you promote it? Of course, you promote it on step, it was step 3. Yeah, step 3, where? So the platform you chose, that could be Instagram, Pinterest, or whatever. And the easiest way to get your promotion started in the beginning is by promoting to family and friends. And yes, that is scary, but the family and friends already know you, and the chance that they will also buy something from you is higher. And you can ask if you think they won't buy your product, or maybe you are giving it away already to them, that could be. Then what is a good idea is sharing it with your family and friends, and ask them to share it with their followers. And that could be on any platform they are on. So in the beginning, it's very important that you use people that you already know and ask them to share your products. Probably if they are a little bit supportive, they won't mind sharing it with other people. So for promotion, the second thing with promotion is also good. If you have already some customers, maybe some one-on-one or special customers that you did some work for, asking them for a review. And the best way for a review is to ask them to put it on their own social media, and then asking for permission if you can screenshot that review and put it in a story, or put it on in a post, or putting it with a thank you in your own feed. Doesn't really matter how, but on their own platform. The advantage is you have a little picture probably from that person, and people can see it's real. Because if you type a review on your website or on your profile that a client said this or said that, you could have made it up. And to make it more reliable and more trustworthy, if you have a screenshot of somebody posting it on their own social media, and you can repost it or take a screenshot or whatever and post that, it's more trustworthy that it's a real one. So in the beginning, it's really important that you have some real reviews from family or friends or clients you already have, and put those in your social platform of your choice. Okay, let's check. Yeah, I have one other tip for you, and that's not really a step, but what may be nice is if you want to put your link to your social media you chose in the descriptions below, so we can follow you from here too. Other people who are watching this video, like-minded creative women like you, could see the description below and see your link, and maybe it will help you to get a little bit more seen on internet. So if you like, you can put your link below, and I will check you out and give you some feedback if you like. So put your link below, and if you like my feedback, put feedback in there. If you don't put that, I won't give you any feedback. I will just look at your profile for my own research. Okay, thank you for watching for this video again, and see you in the next.